Okay, hi everyone. This is a pretty interesting and challenging incremental cost analysis or cost volume profit analysis type of situation. So let me read it to you and then I'll walk you through my logic in solving this one. Okay, so on the top left of your screen here, you can see it says Wilson Farrow is a leading producer of vinyl replacement windows. The company's growth strategy focuses on developing domestic markets in large metropolitan areas. The company operates a single manufacturing plant in Kansas City with annual capacity of 500,000 windows. Current production is budgeted at 450,000 windows per year, and that's a quantity that's been constant over the past 3 years. So based on the budget, we've got the following unit costs here. And then they also tell you that the company's budget includes 5,400,000 in fixed overhead and 3,150,000 in fixed selling and administrative expenses. The windows sell for $150 each, and a 2% distributor's commission is included in the selling and administrative expenses. Okay. Now, Flounder, Finland's second largest home builder, has approached Wilson with an offer to buy 75,000 windows during the coming year. That's a very large order. Given the size of the order, Flounder has requested a 30% volume discount off of the normal selling price, and we're asked to calculate the contribution from the special order. So now if you look off to the right, what I did is I put a column for per units and a column for total. And hopefully I've done the colors correctly. Anything in black is given to you, and anything in red was a calculation. So we know there was 500,000 units total capacity. Yeah, right there. There's your capacity number. And they're operating and budgeting at 450,000. And then they gave us the selling price of $150 and the various cost. Now, they told us that the fixed portion of the overhead, well, they gave us the fixed portion was 5,400 and 3,150 was fixed. So you then have to back into what the variable portion is, right? So you can sort of work backwards here. Here, I'll show you how we do that. First, we just take the total budgeted, that's given in G10, or, the total fixed portion, and then we divide it by G3, which is the budgeted units, okay? So once we do that, and they gave us $18 as the total manufacturing overhead, we know that 18 minus 12 forces the variable portion, and then we can just multiply it out, okay? Or you could calculate it, slightly different. Take F8, that's right there. Excuse me, F8 is right there. Take the 18 bucks minus the 12 bucks minus the other portion you already figured out, okay? Either way, both of those will get you to where you need to be. And then we have to go through the same logic for selling expense. They told us 3,150,000 was the variable portion. So if we divide that by 450,000, we come up with a $7 variable amount. If they gave us 14, the difference then is 7 for the excuse me, the 7 would be the variable portion. We're solving for the fixed first. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to say, well, what's the existing contribution margin? Well, it's $150 less variable cost. Well, what are the variable costs? Let me hit my F2. It's all of those items highlighted there, right? The direct materials, the direct labor, the variable manufacturing overhead, and the variable selling and administrative costs, because sales less variable cost is our contribution margin. Okay, so then we can compute the contribution margin. And then we go to evaluate the new order. It's 75,000. Okay, now remember, we're budgeting at 450 and capacity is 500. So this means that to fulfill this order, we're going to be at capacity and we're going to lose 25,000 of existing orders. So with that in mind, we can run through the numbers. Sales are reduced by 30%, so that's the selling price less 30%. And then we jot in the variable cost that we already know from above, right? Multiply it times 75,000. We come up with a total variable cost of, 6,600,000. So on the surface, it looks like we've got a positive contribution of 1,275,000. But then you have to subtract out a couple other numbers. Hit the F2. You've got to take F21, that's the $62, minus 25,000 units. That's what you're losing of normal margin. Okay, so when you subtract that out, we've got the incremental margin of 1,275,000 less what we're going to lose, and this looks like a loser to the tune of $275,000. Okay, so like I say, this is a challenging incremental cost and special order analysis using CVP, cost volume profit analysis.